So from today, I'll explain all these interview questions that are asked in Python interviews for data analytics, and this series will be continued till 15 days. So I think I should start. So our first question is to reverse a string. String. So for example, we have a string A like that, A B C D E F and G H I. So I want to reverse it without using an inbuilt function. So we don't need to use an inbuilt function there. We have to make it without using it. So how can we do it? We can do it like that. So this will reverse my string. So if I print my A, you can see the output. See. So it has reversed my string. But if we want our output like that, like I want GHI in the front, like I want to reverse in that way. So how can we do it? Like GHI in the front, then DEF, then ABC. I want to reverse that way. How can we do it? For that, we have to split it on the basis of their comma. Let me tell you how. So you have to split it or split on the basis of their comma. So you can do it like that. So what it will do, let me show you what it will do. It will split my strings. Like it will make these things separated. It will make them a list, okay? So it has made them separated. So now what you will do the same thing. You will reverse them. -1 and then print A. Let me remove it from here, this post. Now you can see that it has been reversed, but it is in the form of list. If I don't want it in the form of list, what I'll do now, I'll just use join, because join will help me to make it a string again. So I'll use a join and I'll use the separator as comma, and then I'll use join and what I'm joining. So if I do it now, you can see I got that. Okay. So I think reversing a string is clear. Then we have one of the most asked question is find if it's a palindrome or not. So what is a palindrome? Let's discuss about that first. So palindrome is like that. If we reverse our string, for example, if we reverse this string, it will still be ma'am, right? But if we reverse this string, what it will become? Nam, right? So palindrome is like that. If we reverse the string and it's same after reversing also, then it's a palindrome. Otherwise, it's not a palindrome. I think you got it. So if the reverse of that string is same, then it's a palindrome. If it's not, then it's not a palindrome. Let's solve it and let us know how can we do it. So we can do it like that for like that. If, let me put it first, A is equals to input, we are taking it as input. So we can do it like that. If A equals to A, this will give you a reverse string. So it's saying, it's comparing. If my A is equals to my reversed A, then you can print yes, else print no. Print no. So it's a basic method. So let me write something. So I'm using radar. So you can see that the reverse of radar is radar only. So it is giving yes. But if I'm using some word which is not the same, for example, I'm using my name. So it's giving no. I think it's clear. Let me tell you one more method of seeing the palindrome because many of the time interview asks not to do in this way. So that's why. So let me tell you another method. How can we do it? So first we can do is we can write input like this. And then we will take a string, empty string, and we'll write for I in reversed A. So if for I in reversed A, then I want to do is I want it to be added with my B. Then if then I want to do that if A equals to B. What that means, if A equals to my reversed A, B is my reversed A only, then I want to print yes. Else I want to print no. Print no. You can do that way also. Let's run it. By mistake, I have written it that way. No. Let's run it and see. So we are using the same example as radar. Yes. I think it's clear. Now let's move forward. Now our next question is anagram. So what is anagram? So if we have a word like listen and another word is silent. So you can see here that all the words that are used in listen are in silent also. Okay, get it? All the words that are used in my listen are in silent also. So it's an anagram. If all the words that I am using in my listen are not in silent, then it's not an anagram. That's it. So how we can do it? So let's take first. So we will take input, and if we have any capital letter also, then we have to lower it. So I'm lowering it here only, lower, and we have B input, and I want to lower it lower so that I'll not get an error cause of being it a capital. That's why. Because anagram is just something all the letters should make a new word. That's it. It's not like you should have a space or a capital letter. That doesn't mean. Okay. So we will remove the space also. How can we remove it? So we will remove it like that. A dot replace. I want to replace the space with no space. So I'll do the same. Similarly, B dot replace with no space. Okay. Till now it's clear to everyone, I think. So let's move forward. Now the length of this and this should be equal after removing the space. So we will do that only. So if the length of A is not equals to length of B, or or the length of A equals to 0, then print no, right? Else what I want is else if we sort them, if we sort them, then what will happen? Let me do it. Else for I in sorted A, sorted A, Then I'm giving variables L equals to empty string and K equals to empty string. So if I sort my I, then L plus equals to I. Same for uh, that also for I in sorted P, K plus equals to I. So if we'll do that, then if our I, if our K L equals to K, then print true. Then it's an anagram, otherwise false, else false. So let me explain you what I'm doing here. So that's the thing. First, what we have done, for example, we have an input like that, Listen, and another input like that, Silent. First, we will make them lower. So what lower will do? Lower will make it lower like that. Similarly, it will do the same with silent. Silent. Now we will replace the space. So what replace the space will do? It will replace the spaces with no space. Similar, it will do for that also. If we sort them, what it will come? EI. So it will sort them. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, and T. So it will give me this and it will give this same, right? So if this and this is same, then it's an anagram, otherwise it's not. So we are doing the same thing. So first we have lowered it, then we have replaced the spaces as we did it here. Then we have sorted it in this point. We have sorted them and give them in a new string name. And then if they are equal, then print true, else print false. So let's try to do it using the same example. So it's like that, Listen. I have, give me a second, by mistake, a hash has came. Let me input again. So Listen and then Silent. So see, I'm getting a true. Let's take an example of something that is false. Let's take the example PRAGA. And then we are taking FLEGYA. So it will give false. Let's take if the length of them is not equal. So if we take that way, LISTEN, and we are taking some example like SEND. So it will give us false. Okay. Let me take it again. Listen and SENT. No. Okay. I think it's clear. So it is also one of the most important question, double decker. It will ask in many interviews for sure. Then we have a question to search if it's a rotation of another or not. So what a rotation is. So for example, I have a name Pragya, and if I rotate it on the right side, if I rotate it once, so it will give me RAGYAP. If I rotate it again, it will give me AGYAPR. So we are rotating it, right? Again, I'll rotate it, it will give me PRA. So that's what a rotation is. So how can we see if we search if this is the rotation of this or not? How can we do it? Let's try to solve it. So we will take our input, and we will take another input B, rotation input. We want to check our rotation. So we are taking an input here also. Okay. So if I do in that way, uh, so if I take that, like if I sum my pragya two times, I'll get this, right? Then if I see if this is the rotation of this or not, if I see that this is in this or not, you can see it's here. So then it's a yes, it's a rotation. If we see this is in this or not, this is also in this. So it's also a rotation. So we can do in that way and we will do the same. So what we will do, we will sum it two times. As I said it here, we will sum it two times. So it will become pragya pragya. So it will be like that, CA plus A. Okay. And then we will check if our rotation is in C or not. Rotation. If rotate uh, equals, if rotate in C. If our rotate is in C, then I want to print yes. Else I want to print no. So we are doing the same. Print no. So let's run it and solve it. So C's will give me this. Okay. So let's run it. We are taking the same example, Pragya. And we are taking by, for example, we are taking this. GYAPRA. GYAPRA. Yes, it's a rotation. If we just jumble Pragya, then what will happen? Like that. GYAAPR. Is it a rotation? No, it's not a rotation. I think it's clear. So that's how you can check if one is the rotation of another or not. Last question for this video is count repeated characters. How can we count repeated characters? Characters. What I mean by that? For example, we have a string this A B B C C D E E. So here you can see that A is two times. So I want like that A2, then B3, C3, and D1, E1, 2. Like that I want. How can we have it? Let's try to solve this. So for that, we are using dictionary. So we are making an empty dictionary. And we are writing for I in A. Okay. If my I in M. If my I not in M, then I want it to be like that. Then I want my MI. MI is my value. Then I want my value to be 1. Else, if my I is in M, then I want it like that. I want it, my value to be increased by 1. How many times it will be. And if I just print it, you can see I'll get my answer. For I in A, if I not in M, okay, print M. So see, I got my answer, but you can see I have my answer in the form of a dictionary. If I want my answer in the form of a list, how can I have it? I'll just make an empty list here and I'll write for I comma j in m dot items. Then I want to append my d. Then I want to append my d with d dot append I comma j. And then I'll print my d, print d. So if you'll run it, you can see I got my answer in the form of a list. I think it's clear. So all these five questions are very important. So today we talked about how can we reverse our string. Then we talked about palindrome. Then we talked about anagram. Then rotation. How can we check if one is the rotation of another? And then we done. Then the last question we done right now is count repeated characters. So that's all for today's class. Try to solve this one yourself too, as these are the most important questions that are asked in interviews. So you have to solve it again and again to get them into a practice. Thank you.